Okay, please be seated. Good morning, and I'm Carolyn Long, your campus president, and I want to welcome you. We are so thrilled to have all of you. We are all thrilled just to be here, and we are so excited about these young people. So today we will celebrate our 121st commencement here at WVU Tech. So would you please stand as we celebrate and sing our national anthem. Gentlemen. Please be seated. Okay, I want to tell you a little secret. I have been pretty strong and adamant of how we need to do these and how we need to move forward and how important it was for all of this to happen. And I was fine until you guys started walking in. And I am just so pleased that you are here doing this in person. And I am so proud of you. So let me start by introducing our platform. And I'd like each of them to stand as I say their name, and we'll applaud when it's over, okay? Dr. Assad Davari, he is our West Virginia University Tech Marshal. Mr. Michael Ecker Randolph, our President of the Student Government Association. Mr. Ed Robison, the Chair of the WVU Tech Institutional Board of Visitors and a member of the WVU Board of Governors. President Gordon Gee, President of West Virginia University and our commencement speaker. Dr. Joan Neff, our campus provost. Dr. Paul Steranko, our interim dean of the Leonard C. Nelson School of Engineering. Dr. Stephen Brown, our former dean of Business, Humanities, and Social Sciences and professor emeritus of history. And Ms. Barb Douglas, our associate professor of nursing, representing WVU Nursing Department. I'd also like to recognize Dr. Brian Dickman, our Faculty Senate Chair, who chose not to say some things today because of the time restraints we're trying to stay with under. I'd like him to stand out there with the faculty and also be recognized. Thank you all very much. And also, I'd like to recognize two groups of people. The first group I'd like to recognize are the wonderful people that got you here, the faculty. Those men and women who made it possible for you to learn what you needed to learn, listen to you, was good with you, let you cry, let you be mad, but you made it. And it's all because of their patience, their expertise, and this year especially, their ability to adapt. And I can't say enough about them. I'd like the faculty, please stand and be recognized. There's another group of people that may not be in the room. They may be behind the curtains here, but they are the people that help put this on. They have lost sleep. We have the people in my administrative staff. We have my executive assistant, Gina, that I don't know what we'd do without. We have the wonderful ushers over there. And we have the registrar's office that everybody pitched in and made this happen. So if they're in the room, but let's give them a clap anyway, because I don't think they're here, they're still working. Over the past year, we have had several faculty members to retire, and I would like to just call their names at this point. Dr. John Fred Cavalier was a professor of mathematics who retired in January 2020 with 45 years of service. Mr. Don Smith, the Associate Professor of Computer Science, who retired May 2020 after 39 years of service. Dr. Michael Minnick, who returned to be with us today, retired in January 2020 with 31 years of service as a professor of chemical engineering. Also with us today is Dr. Stephen Brown, Dean of the Business Humanities and Social Sciences, and Professor Emeritus of History, who retired in January of 2021 with 48 years of service. Retiring this May with 30 years of service is Dr. Lisa Ferrara, Professor and Chair of Biology. And also retiring in May is Ms. Barbara Douglas, our Assistant Professor of Nursing with 22 years of service. Let's give these wonderful retirees a hand. Please join me in welcoming Michael Edward Randolph, the President of the WVU Tech Student Government Association, who will bring you greetings to us from Tech SGA.
Well, good morning, everyone. As President Long said, I'm Michael Ecker Randolph, and it's been an honor to serve as this year's Student Government President. I was told to keep this speech short and sweet, and that's something COVID has not been. But speaking of COVID, I'm thankful for how well the WVU Tech students, staff, faculty have handled this pandemic and followed the protocols. This has allowed us to not only continue in-person classes, but also has given us a chance to share this special day of commencement with our friends and family. It's amazing to see how successful this school has been amidst a global pandemic, and I'm truly grateful for that. This is the fourth year here in Beckley, and I'd like to highlight some of the university's accomplishments in the first 4 years in Beckley. This class will be the first class graduating where the 4 years have been spent here on this campus. Since the move to Beckley, enrollment has been up, our academic programs have received national recognition, and our athletics have received a large number of conference and national honors, and I know the future of tech is very promising. Being a cross-country and track runner, I look at a lot of aspects in life as races. You'll face challenges in your life where some are like sprints and some are more like distance races. Sprints require a lot of speed and skill, where distance races require endurance and strength, and completing college has certainly been an endurance race. No matter what talents or characteristics someone is born with, they always have the potential to develop these traits in order to face any challenge. I specifically use the word challenge and not task. A lot of decisions you make in life will be difficult, hence the word challenge. It doesn't matter how much you prepare your body, mind, or your soul for these challenges, success never comes easy. Some people will say, oh, that must come easy for you, but nothing in life ever comes easy. In order to be successful, you must put in that effort to train your body, your mind, and your soul to be prepared to face any challenge. You need to surround yourself with the people who are ambitious and will push you to achieve these goals. You need to have the self-motivation and be willing to put in that extra mile when no one else is watching, because in the end, that is what makes the difference. No matter how much you train or how much you prepare, there's times in your life where you will fail. In life, in academics, and in decision-making, I have failed. But it's only from these failures that I've learned to fully appreciate the success that I have. So yes, successful people do make things look easy, and that's only because they've gone through the tribulations of failure. Looking at my peers sitting in front of me, I see a room full of people who have experienced the same failures, and for that reason, you've made it here today. We are at the finish line of college. It's because you did not let these failures define you, and you strive to what you wanted to become and achieve. Competing college has certainly been a distance race, and I know each and every one of you, it took endurance and strength to make it here. You put in that extra mile and you developed those skills. And for that, I commend you. I'd like to share a quote from one of my favorite poems titled Average or Champion by Jim Bain. The quote reads, "The world is not looking for a champion man who won't say I can't, but will say I can, who finishes the race in the front of the pack, so intent on his efforts, he never looks back. Looking in this sea of blue, I know each and every one of you is a champion man and a champion woman. So no matter where life takes you, always remember, lead the pack and strive for greatness." As I leave these running cliches, I'd like to move into another passion of mine, watching UFC fights with the boys. I leave you with the words of Bruce Buffer. It's time! It's time for the graduating class of 2021, people who have had the honor to call my friends and the future of your respective disciplines to move on to the next round of the fight. But always remember, no matter how many times life knocks you down, always continue to fight, because that's what Golden Bears do. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Michael. And you've done a wonderful job under some very difficult situations this year, and I want to thank you as you led the SGA. Only wish you the best. Now, at this place in the program, we usually had our alumni president, which this year is Mike Fry, and our faculty assemblage chair, like I had introduced, Dr. Dickman. Both have chosen to admit the remarks so that our ceremony can be a little shorter as we work through all these protocols that we have to do for the pandemic. Now, our alumni president will have a short greeting added to our YouTube channel if you would like to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, this has been a very different and a difficult year. Our students, faculty, and staff have been examples to the world of how to get through a pandemic. We have made the statement repeatedly that we were building this plane as we tried to fly it at the same time. Now, for a school that's about scientific precision, effectiveness, efficiency, this little school has shown the world that when you put a group of intelligent, caring people together to meet a goal, it can be done. So with that introduction, students, family, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends, welcome to the 121st WVU Tech Commencement Ceremony. We are so pleased that each of you are with us today in person. And as you can see, things are in person, but a little different. Each student was allowed 6 family and friend tickets. We have social distancing, and we're asking everyone, unless they are speaking, to keep their mask on during the ceremony. The ceremony will be shorter than usual, but the main purpose is for these fine young men and women to be allowed to cross the stage and you to see them over this great accomplishment. Because of the great job of each person on this campus has done, we are here today to celebrate your great works of earning that degree from West Virginia University Institute of Technology. I want to thank each one in this group here that have supported these fine young men and women as they have taken this journey. Just like life, they've had good days, they've had bad ones, they've had great experiences, and they've had experiences they'd like to forget. But most importantly, they've made it. This great group of Golden Bears will, in the next hour, become graduates and alum of West Virginia University Institute of Technology, and new adventures await each of you. Just this last year, even the best plans go awry. This fine group of men and women not only learned their subject matter, thanks to that wonderful faculty back there, but they have matured. They've learned to be doers, thinkers, leaders, to adapt and pivot. And heaven knows we've all learned to Zoom. At WVU, each of them have met and enjoyed a great diversity of people, thoughts, and ideas. And hopefully, we've all learned from each other, and we've learned to value our sameness and our differences. Now, you just think of the stories that you're going to get to tell your children and your grandchildren. And they're going to top those ones that your grandmother and your fathers and mothers told you about walking 5 miles to school barefooted in the snow. You've got a whole year of this, so you're going to have great stories to tell. I'd like to recap just some of the wonderful accomplishments of all of this group. We have students that have been accepted to graduate programs at the University of South Carolina, the University of Valencia in Spain, Concord University, University of Pittsburgh, University of Florida, Florida Atlantic, and of course, the wonderful school of WVU in Morgantown. We have 5 students that have been accepted into med school, and several of them in more than one. They will be choosing between the Osteopathic School, Marshall, and WVU in Morgantown. We have 2 students that have been accepted to law school, one at WVU and one at Liberty University. Many of our students will be entering the workplace. Some of these places where our students have accepted jobs are Ernst & Young Accounting, the West Virginia Department of Highways, several engineering firms in and out of the state of West Virginia, software companies, and numerous hospitals and nursing facilities. I also know that we have several of our student athletes will be pursuing athletic dreams, one such as playing a professional soccer in Spain, and the other trying out for the Olympic Games in track and field. This is just some of the many opportunities our graduates are pursuing, and I wish each and every one of you, as you go after that dream, and you know that each of you are equipped to be successful because of your education at WVU, because of your values from your support system, and the wonderful mentors and teachers you had here at this institution. I just want everyone to know that this is just, your degree is just one giant step in this life. We have given you the skills and knowledge to make a positive difference in the world. And I look forward to hearing from you after you've made those accomplished and made this a very wonderful life for yourself and the people around you. Now, stay in touch. We will miss you terribly, but no matter where you are, what you're doing, or what you need, WVU Tech will always be here for you. We're just an email, a call, or a text away. I hope as you go and make this place a better world, you will give back to your college. Now, I'm not just talking about money, that always helps, but your knowledge, your skills, and yourself to help make the next class and the next generations better as we all continue to learn. Thank you for choosing WVU Tech. Thank you for giving me opportunity to know you and be a very small part of your education. But most importantly, thank you because you've made this old woman very happy to know you every day. Thank you. We are so grateful to have President Gee here today to join us in sharing with you some thoughts and well wishes. Now, I could spend an hour listing all of President Gee's accomplishments and award, but the person that would be the maddest would be President Gee. President Gee is one of the most well-known and prominent leaders in higher education in the nation. He returned to West Virginia University in 2014, where his career as a university president began. He is a champion for students and education and reminds us to share all of the great works of our university and our state. He loves West Virginia and its people. Not only has President Gee been supportive of WVU Tech, we would not be sitting here today if it were not for his leadership in getting us here. I appreciate so much what he's done for Tech and the support. I also appreciate very much, I'm grateful that I can call him also friend. So please join me in welcoming President E. Gordon Gee.
Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Oh, come on, how is everyone? You know, it's sort of it's a little strange to be in this configuration, isn't it? But guess what? We're here, and I'm grateful for it. I want to, first of all, I want to thank our president, Carolyn Long. Isn't she wonderful? Give her a round of applause, would you please? When I grow up, I want to be just like her. And to all of you, to the family, to our parents, to our grandparents, to the pizza delivery guys, whoever are here celebrating, we're so grateful to have all of you here too, and appreciate your willingness to come and join us today. And to the graduates, of course, this is your day, and it has been made possible by those great faculty members behind you. So I hope that we all understand that this is not just graduation, this is a celebration that we have we've conquered, and the world is in front of us. So I want to express that moment for all of you. And I must just say, for commencement, I can remember my own graduation from college. I can remember who I sat next to. I can remember where I was beforehand. I can remember what I ate after commencement. I can remember the parties I went to. But as for what the commencement speaker said, I can't remember a damn thing. So I'm going to be really short here. So last year, when I spoke at various commencement ceremonies by video, the COVID-19 pandemic had disrupted our lives for about 2 months. Sitting at home in sweatpants was still a novelty. Zoom meetings and Tiger King binges and overeating were ripe fodder for jokes. For the class of 2021, and for the rest of us, I suspect, the pandemic and its disruptions have long since stopped being a laughing matter. Online learning, limited break time, constant masking, and shuttered recreational facilities have often made this year seem as fun as being swabbed for coronavirus. Someday, and someday soon, the world will look back on this crisis and calculate COVID-19's loss in lives, and we all know that, well over 570,000. But it will be impossible to calculate the emotional toll that sustained isolation has had on us. In a recent nationwide survey of college students, 2/3 reported feeling lonely or isolated. Even before recent events put us at least 6 feet distant between us, trends in American life seem to be increasing our distance from one another. I remember peering out of my Stewart Hall office on the Morgantown campus one day and seeing 4 women walking along, obviously friends, but not communicating with each other at all. Instead, each was fixated on her phone screen. Political scientist Robert Putnam, one of my favorite authors, has tracked alternating cycles of community-mindedness and stark individualism throughout American history. Putnam turns this cycle as the I, we, I pattern, moving from self-focus to common purpose and back again. My hope is that this crisis leaves us with a profound understanding of the interconnectedness that connects each life with every other. And my hope for today's graduates is an awareness that even in times of separation and isolation, we are all in this thing together. The rapid development of efficacious COVID vaccines within a year shows what can happen when people work together toward a common goal. Noting the sense of solidarity found in shared purpose, Albert Einstein, a friend of mine, no, just kidding you, once said, my awareness of belonging to invisible community of those who strive for truth, beauty, and justice has prevented me from feelings of isolation. Of course, the invisible community of those who strive for truth often seems not only invisible, but non-existent these days. Political opinions predict not only our voting patterns, but increasingly shape where we live, when and whom we marry, and careers we pursue, where we seek information, and whom we call friends. This polarization undermines the mutual trust in our institutions. The Gallup poll explained it this way: liberals and Democrats today have lower trust in traditional family institutions, traditional religious institutions, and the economic system. Republicans have lower trust in the scientific process, higher education, the mass media, and the role of government. We have seen too clearly what happens to our democracy when shouting and invective replace reasoned discussion, the balancing of competing interests, and learning from other points of view. In contrast, the pursuit of truth for its own sake forges deep friendships among other truth seekers, wherever that age, race, or political party. Humility, let me underscore that word again, humility and curiosity and critical thinking lead us to accept ideas that make sense and to challenge those that reveal flaws. So, my friends, my graduates here today, choose a broad range of information sources in the zealous pursuit of truth, rather than sealing yourself inside a bubble that reinforces your preferred ideologies. Spend your lives cultivating the skills of self-examination, rational discernment, compromise, and above all, that very magic word called listening. Those habits will not only make you good citizens, but will also help you reach your personal and professional goals. Life is about finding your purpose. Let me say that again. Life is about finding your purpose and making sure certain your choices serve that purpose. Perhaps you will heal the sick, inspire others with your artistic vision, shatter the status quo with the next high-tech innovation. Grit and determination have always fueled West Virginians. That spirit empowered your quest for a degree, and it will continue to sustain you. But as the word commencement implies, your real journey is only now beginning. Whatever path you choose, the education you received at West Virginia University Institute of Technology will guide you for forever and forever higher summits. The skills and strength you honed here will drive you onward. With your unique passion inspiring you, you will excel. You will achieve success. And these are just not words. I believe this. And if you embed your life and work in a community based on shared purpose, you will find lasting happiness. The hopes and goodwills of our one West Virginia University family always accompany you. So I will send you out into the great big world with just a few final words of wisdom. I always love to do this, just a moment to reflect. First, in confusing times, sticking to a routine keeps your life under control. So even if you are working remotely, do not wear pajamas, at least on whatever part that is visible on your webcam. When the time comes for our mask to come off, remember that it is polite to greet someone with a smile. Now, you might want to practice in front of a mirror for a while if your facial muscles have atrophied. Always think before you speak, especially when you're in range of anyone's smartphone. As the world reopens, explore as much of it as you can and wear your WVU tech gear proudly wherever you go. Avoid tinkering with your Zoom filters because even the wisest words sound silly when delivered by a cat. Let this period of physical distancing remind you how precious human connections are. Instead of returning to normal life when this pandemic is over, build a richer one with less TikTok and more togetherness. And know that you have already learned an important lesson. Life will not always go according to plan, and that is okay. Even if you make a few detours along the way, your inner calling will always lead you to the perfect destination. So I'm very proud to be here today. I'm very proud of the families, the friends, our faculty, all who've made this possible. But most importantly, congratulations to the class of 2021. have a great life. Thank you.
Well, thank you, President Gee. We certainly appreciate you coming, and let's give him another round of applause. I would also like, on a personal note, to thank President Gee, because now I am not the oldest person on the stage. So,
It's true.
that's true. Okay, may I please have Dr. Joan Neff, our provost, to come forward.
Will the graduating students please rise? President Long, I present to you these candidates for their respective degrees from West Virginia University Institute of Technology.
All right. Now I have to read this specifically because I don't want to miss any words because this is important, okay? Upon the recommendation of the chair of the faculty assembled and approval of the deans and the faculty of West Virginia University Institute of Technology, and on behalf of the Higher Education Policy Commission, by virtue of the authority vested in me, I am pleased to confer upon each of you the appropriate degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibility attendant thereto. Congratulations for fulfilling this wonderful thing. Please be seated.
Dr. Paul Steranka, Interim Dean of the College of Engineering and Sciences, will award the diplomas to the graduates of the Leonard C. Nelson College of Engineering and Sciences. Will the candidates for degrees from the College of Engineering and Sciences please rise and come forward to be recognized?
Alexa Renee Atkins. Anna Alonso Alea. Esteban Amethica Radejo. Isabel Barrio Sanchez. Madison Luzette Bowles. Navari Matthew Campbell. Nathan T. Casto. Mackenzie Cook. Marcos Dimaso. Joseph Lorenzo de la Cruz. Isaiah Jamal Evans. Gentry D. Fitzwater. Maria Alejandra Gonzalez Canstara. Emily Lauren Green. Eduardo Gutierrez Lopez. Michael Gwynn. Michael Joe Hager. Seth B. Hall. Shane Christian Harless. Emily Jean Keeney Harless. Jacoby Alexander Harris. Sawyer Grace Hagwood. Trevor Hawkins. Kylie Ann Hazlett. Joseph Chandler Hazelwood. Jorge M. Hernandez. Brody Lee Hightower. Jacob C. Hill. Ryan Christopher Kelly. Austin James Kelly. Caleb Austin King. Colin Lee Duncan Knuckles. Brenna Payton Law. Danielle Gabrielle Leftwich. Madison Alexis Lilly. Brett Alexander Linton. Haley A. Logan. Logan Lee Marsh. Nathan Ray McClarty. Corey Michael McKinney. Ashton Terry McNichols. Elizabeth Faith Mitchell. Dominica Manaxio Arbelade. William E. Mullins IV. Pablo Munez Rocandio. Daniel Edward Nevengia. Mitchell Allen Nutter. Jalen Christine Parks. Yannick Petrie. Kathy Lee Pinnock Bradford. Brandon G. Radford. Matthew Guy Redden. Skylar Cheyenne Richmond. Travis Roy Simmons. Kirian Yoshaki Samarakun. Alexander Sanchez. Alexander Scott. Manuel Segura Bove. Nima Shahab Shamir. Caitlin Yvonne Skaggs. Stephen J. Smith. Lucy Stresser. Courtney Nicole Tilley. Taylor Lane Walker. Brianna Janae Wallace. Jonathan P. Williams. Joseph Allen Wilson. Thomas Alexander Wright. Steve Yunde. Cheyenne Marie Young.
Steve, where are you from? Congratulations.
Cora Lynn Younts.
Hello. Congratulations, dear.
Michael Roberto Ecker Randolph.
Congratulations, dear. Michael, congratulations to you.
Now I'd like to introduce Dr. Stephen Brown, former Dean of the College of BHSS, who will award the diplomas to the graduates of the College of Business, Humanities, and Social Sciences. Will the candidates for degrees from the College of Business, Humanities, and Social Sciences please rise and come forward to be recognized?
Morgan Irene Akers. Kirsten Ashley Aiello. Brenton Lee Anderson.
You got a cheering section up there. Congratulations, Ed. Come on, I'll do that. Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
Alyssa D. Bailey.
Hi, congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it so much.
Patrick Braden Bicey.
Hi, how are you? Congratulations. I'm going to give you a big shake.
Adrian Iman Banks.
Congratulations to you, my friend.
Jessica Lynn Beck.
Hey, congratulations to you. Give you a big hug.
Dakota Charles
Hi,
Bennett.
congratulations to you. Wonderful to see you.
Nicole Danielle
Go back, Dakota.
Beveridge.
Yes, congratulations to you.
Kate L. Blanford.
Wow, those shoes are gonna fall right off those things. Congratulations to you.
Kaylee Taryn Boyd.
Hi, how are you? Love the shoes.
Patrick Gregory Burke.
Hi. What are you gonna be doing, do you know? Oh, good. Congratulations.
Zachary Randall Clark.
Hi, how are you? Congratulations to you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Brittany Coleman.
Hi, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Alan De Silva Costa.
Hi, Brittany, how are you? Congratulations to you.
Catherine Francis Deal.
Hi, how are you? Where are you from? Brazil. Honored to meet you.
Yasmin Isabel Del Valle.
How are you? Congratulations.
Brianna
How are
Dunphy.
you? So where are you from? Yeah, you got all that great stuff going on, huh? Congratulations.
Benjamin
How
Breyer
are you?
Ellis.
Congratulations to you.
Victoria Rose Ellis. Jamie Ann Favre. Courtney Rebecca Ferguson. Patricia Fisher. Allison Brianne Fleener. Robert Arthur Funk III. William Keith Garvin II. Alexandria Elizabeth Marie Gray. Desiree Gunther. Courtney Cole Hamilton. Jonathan Keith Harbison. Tia Elise Harris. Catherine D. Hayes. Aiden James Hearn. Christina Denise Helmendaller. Tierra Ray Henson. Kelsey Mariah Honecker. Dallas L. Jones. Trevor Dalton Jones. Amanda Nora Cabara. Catherine N. Kidd. Jordan Lay Lawhorn. Kirsty Brooke Lawrence. Courtney Alexis Lawson. Haley Morgan Lively. Michaela Rayanne Mario. Eric Ray Massey. Michael Grant McClung. Elise Heliana McNeil. Tanaya Carolyn Mead. Vanessa Leanne Moses. Michael Parker. Javier Payne. Christopher Jason Persinger. Alexis Michaela Ratcliffe. April Reed. Caitlin Ann Richmond. Woodrow Kent Rooklyn. Damian Daniel Russ. Melanie Lynn Seiler. James Andrew Dennis Sharp. Rachel Lane Shepard Scott. Brooke Ashley Schuff. Matthew Tyler Silverstein. Mackenzie Lynn Simpson. David M. Smith. Sierra Spalding. Jeremiah Chase Spicer. Joseph L. Stout. Ashton Taylor. David A. Tennant. Logan Thomason. Kyle McLaren Garth Westland. Allie Renee White. Brittany Danielle White. Destiny Autumn Wilfong. Devin Wilhelm.
You made it, Kyle. You made it.
Barbara Douglas, Assistant Professor of Nursing, will now award the diplomas to the graduates of the School of Nursing. Will the candidates for degrees from the WVU School of Nursing please rise and come forward to be recognized?
Kaylee Renna Argabright. Crystal Lynn Brogan. Brianna Leigh Dixon. Brianna Nicole Dunn. Haley Hunter Hera. Gabrielle Alexis Hill. Danny Leon Howell. Shelby Lynn Gerald. Emily Morgan Kidd. Alexis Nicole Lopez. Adriana Jade Mitchell. Brianna Paige Murdoch. Timothy Shane Myers. Hannah Morgan Piak. Abigail Lee Sevey. Madison Nicole Thompson.
Okay, let's give these wonderful graduates another round of applause. Okay, here to present the Presidential Leadership Awards on behalf of the WVU Tech Academic Awards Committee is Dr. Angela Peterson. Who says faculty can't move fast? You did fine. You did fine. Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Angela Peterson. Used to be McCaskill, so some of you may know me as that. I serve as the chair of the Academic Awards Committee here at WVU Tech. Each year, the committee receives dozens of nominations for the Presidential Leadership Award, which recognizes a single senior student from both the College of Engineering and Sciences and the College of Business, Humanities, and Social Sciences. Each year is a difficult task to select just one student from among the hardworking and talented Golden Bears who just 4 short years ago started their journey at Tech and are sitting here before us today. Even so, 2 students stood out for their academic excellence, thoughtful leadership, commitment to the community, traits we find in every WVU Tech student. The first student from the College of Engineering and Sciences has shown great promise, excelling academically in the chemical engineering program here at WVU Tech. He is a member of the WVU Tech esports team, served as resident assistant, and received the Outstanding Sophomore and Junior awards during his time here at Tech. He has volunteered countless hours at Student Success Center, tutoring fellow peers. He is known on campus by students, faculty, and staff for his work ethic, willingness to pitch in, and for his habit of leadership by example. It is my honor, on behalf of the Academic Awards Selection Committee, to announce Nathan Casto as the recipient of this prestigious award. The second student comes from the College of Business, Humanities, and Social Sciences. The student has shown great promise, excelling academically in the accounting and business management programs here at Tech. He not only double majored in these two subjects, but he is also receiving 3 minors, one in finance, economics, and fraud examination. This student isn't satisfied with good, but always strives for excellence. He actively serves the community through his church, his political party, as well as on campus through his Counting Leaders of Tomorrow Club. He has also volunteered countless hours leading student groups, study groups, and tutoring sessions of his fellow peers. He is known on campus by students, faculty, and staff for his witty personality, his snappy comebacks, and his willingness to pitch in whenever needed, and for his leadership by example. It is my honor and distinct privilege as one of his faculty on behalf of the Faculty Awards Committee to announce Benton Anderson as the recipient of this prestigious award.
He's going to come from this side, but we still need to get over here. Again, before we do the last formal thing we're going to do, I want to thank everybody for coming. I'd like to, all of us, give everybody another large round of applause for making this happen and doing a wonderful job. Okay, would the graduates please stand? The tassel on your mortarboard signifies Tech's academic mace, or the authority of this institution possesses for awarding you a degree. By moving your tassel from the right side to the left side, you acknowledge your graduation from student to degree-carrying alumni of Tech. Please move your tassel from the right to the left side. Congratulations, alumni. All right, how exciting. As we wrap today's ceremony up, and stop crying there because you're going to make me do it again, we ask everyone to try to exit through the entrance in which you came. This will allow us to continue to follow the protocol. I want to thank you for all being patient, following the rules. As you go outside, please take your pictures outside and try to not congregate in many different groups because we want to make sure that everybody goes home safe and sound. Again, I can't thank everyone enough for joining us. And please remember that Tech is a place that you will always have a home. Thank you, and let's go Golden Bears.